And we begin with some breaking news tonight. A lawsuit that could have let murderers out of prison early is denied. Good evening. I'm Greg Copeland.
I'm Joyce Taylor. This news just coming down, in fact, in just the past hour. Convicts wanted to be let out of prison. They argued that not enough is being done to keep them safe from coronavirus. But several victims today, in a really emotional fight, may have been what stopped this whole thing in its tracks. Drew Mickelson joining us live with the latest on this. Drew.
Well, Joyce, late this afternoon, the state Supreme Court narrowly denied the request made by those inmates. The justices, with a 5-4 majority, decided that the state is doing enough to protect inmates from getting coronavirus. Just the chance that thousands of inmates, some violent ones even, as you said, convicted killers, might get released was creating trauma for crime victims and their families.
And now my family and I are having to deal with this. And I don't even know how that is possible.
And that was a Facebook Live posted by Tanya Fenton earlier this week. Her mother, Julie Binchus, was killed back in 2008 by Isaac Zamora, who was sentenced to life in prison. But the state feared someone like Zamora might be set free if the state Supreme Court sided with the inmates' lawsuit and ordered the release of thousands of inmates. The governor's office has already authorized the release of about 1,000 nonviolent offenders in an effort to create more social distancing behind bars. But attorneys for inmates had argued that was not enough, causing victims and their relatives to fear for their safety.
We've worked so hard over the past 12 years to, be positive and live a good life, and to have this thrown in our face for no reason because of COVID-19, it's unfair.
That was Tanya Fenton on the steps of the state Supreme Court this morning while those arguments were happening. I just spoke with her on the phone. She's having a much different emotional reaction. She says she is so happy, she's relieved that she doesn't have to worry about the person who killed her mother and thousands of other violent criminals getting out early because of COVID-19. Live in Olympia, Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.
A lot of news today about jobs, money, and the economy. First, Congress has approved nearly $500 billion in aid for Americans. The money will help small businesses and hospitals impacted by the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. $321 billion will fund the Paycheck Protection Program. The measure now heads to the president's desk.
If you're a small business owner hoping to get some of the new Paycheck Protection cash, the experts say you need to act fast, but the jury is still out as to whether the program is providing small business owners what they need to survive. Here's Mark Wright.
Seattle chef Ethan Stoll has 17 restaurants. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, he had 365 employees. Ethan applied for and got money through the Paycheck Protection Program.
As far as the process goes, we went into it really fast. Really organized. We went in with our banking partner, which is First Security Bank, was small community bank, which has been great for us.
What do you plan to do with the money?
That's a good question because we don't really know. We don't know. This program was put in place very fast, which I don't fault anybody at all. But it was many times, many of these rules were made before quarantine was put in place.
Ethan says to get the loan forgiven, the rules say 75% of the money has to go to payroll. But with restaurants limited to takeout, he says that's not practical because he has just a fraction of his staff working.
We would love to have the restrictions opened up a little bit so we can, pay our utilities, which go to the city, our sales tax that go to the city, can pay our landlords, which we care about deeply because they're good partners of ours.
Ethan got funding in round 1 of the PPP rollout. A second wave of money is about to hit. David Nilsson is CEO of Guyton Financial. He's an expert at connecting money with small business owners.
So what is your advice, David, to small business owners right now if they have not already applied through their lender?
If you do not have an application already completed with an institution, you should do that yesterday. And if you have, you should have a backup plan applied somewhere else because, again, there's going to be a massive influx of individuals that are looking to obtain these limited dollars that are now being made available. The squeaky wheel is going to get the oil.
Ultimately, the success of the Paycheck Protection Plan may depend on how it's changed from here on out.
We're kind of sitting on the money, not knowing what to do with it, because we're hoping for regulation changes and for rule changes.
So the bottom line for business owners like Ethan, they want more flexibility in these PPP loans. As for the latest round of cash, David at Godon Financial told us that he doesn't expect it to last more than a few days. So if you haven't already, get that application to your banker ASAP.
Well, unemployment in the United States has swelled to levels last seen during the Great Depression of the 1930s. 4.4 million Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week. And as you can see, roughly 26 million people filed jobless claims over just the past 5 weeks. Here in Washington state, 82,000 people filed for jobless claims. And since early March, more than 600,000 people have filed for unemployment. Retail, trade, healthcare, and manufacturing are the top 3 industries impacted.
And to some breaking news on unemployment now. Tyson Fresh Meat says it has temporarily paused production at its plant in Pasco, Washington. This is video from Tyson's website. The company says it's shutting down so it can test its more than 1,400 workers for coronavirus. The workers will be paid while they're self-isolating. And this is part of the company's statement saying, quote, "We've taken both of our responsibilities to continue feeding the nation and keeping our team members safe and healthy seriously." According to Tyson, the plant produces meat that feeds 4 million people nationwide.
And another major employer in Whatcom County plans to shut down possibly forever, and that could leave an entire community without work. As Eric Wilkinson reports, Alcoa is cutting operations at its Ferndale aluminum smelter, and that means 700 employees are getting laid off.
The smelter has operated here for 54 years, employing generations from Ferndale and beyond. But that could all soon be coming to an end.
Mr. President, please help fight this and save our jobs.
Hundreds of workers defy a stay-at-home order to save their jobs. This week, Ferndale's Alcoa Intalco aluminum smelter announced it's shutting down, putting some 700 people out of work. People like Austin Wagner, whose father worked at the plant for 47 years.
I've got like 5 or 6 family members that work out there as well. So it really hits home because it's not just my family, it's my entire family.
This YouTube video provided by the company shows operations inside the facility. The smelter is the last one west of the Mississippi and one of just 7 left in America. It's been battered by China as the country flooded the market with cheap aluminum due to government subsidies and lax environmental regulations.
This is about national security and the national interest.
State Senator Doug Erickson is asking the White House for help. He says coronavirus is exposing America's dependence on foreign imports.
The aluminum for the ventilators, the aluminum for the hospital beds, the aluminum for your pickup trucks, the aluminum and all these different issues, we need to be making it in America. So yeah, I think people are realizing that now. And
union officials say every one job at Alcoa impacts 3 more in this community. A closure combined with coronavirus could crush the working class town of just 15,000. Jason Swent desperately wants to save the company that's been so good to him and his hometown.
I was able to send my daughter all over playing softball, right? And got to adopt a little baby girl. And I know we all have stories, and we just got to keep talking about our stories, keep getting help from our representatives, and we got to really get this out there.
There isn't much time to figure something out, though. The company plans to shut the plant down by the end of July. In Ferndale, Eric Wilkinson, King 5 News.
Well, as we've seen, a lot of people have some pretty tough money problems right now, and local cities and towns are facing some deep budget cuts. NBC News interviewed Bill Gates today and offered to ask a question for us. We wanted to know, does he think companies like Amazon, Google, and Facebook should pay more taxes, maybe a payroll tax, to help those in need?
Well, I think, right now we're very focused on solving this epidemic. The government will have spent a lot of money. How you get taxation back to get the debts down, I'm sure there'll be lots of debates about that. I've been for more progressive approaches, but I doubt, that we're going to make much progress on that. Right now, we need to bring the suffering to an end, get the vaccine done, and then, as in the recovery period, we'll have to realize this has been a setback for the goals of equity in education income, in almost every area, and think how we get back to reducing that.